Joining us now are Cueto, Fair Border Security Advisor, Dan O'Shea, retired Navy SEAL commander and hostage negotiator, and Andrew Black, former special agent in charge at the FBI's Tucson office. Agent Black, I want to start with you just in terms of the new evidence, or at least people are hoping that it's evidence found today with the black glove. It seems like 1.5 miles is pretty far away from the crime scene for it to be necessarily reliable or even used in court, given that someone else could have touched it. It could have been, contaminated in its own way. But what is your assessment of the FBI's, taking this glove and what they may be using it for in terms of their investigation to find Nancy and where she is?
Yeah, it could be very helpful. We won't know yet. But God bless the FBI ERT team. They do an excellent job, and that's why law enforcement begins near the scene of the crime and expands out. There was 1.5 miles. Reportedly, this glove is similar to the one that the subject was wearing in that video. If it turns out to be that glove or one that was used, there could be extensive forensic evidence that could be gleaned from that. Fibers, there could even be blood from Nancy Guthrie. There could be fibers from the individual. There could be DNA from the individual perpetrator. So there's a wealth of evidence that could come from that glove, including fingerprints.
What about the type of glove that it is? Last night you were on the show and you were talking about how this looked like double gloves or potentially certain kinds of gloves that are used at marijuana dispensaries. Does that help with the investigation of narrowing down who may be using this kind of product?
I think it does. But look, when it comes down to it, and I really do hope that this glove has some kind of evidence, because I mean, we're at our wits' end here. We've hit like a brick wall, and we need a break, right, in this case. So I really hope that this glove is that break that we're looking for. But look, again, it's just a glove. It's so many days later, so we don't know. I also happen to know that just north of the house, they were doing construction. So there was people that they were painting. There was construction going on. There was roofers in other houses. So you don't know if it could have been somebody from one of the maintenance crews that drop these types of gloves off. So I hope I'm wrong, and I hope this glove is that key that they've been looking for, but we're gonna have to just wait and see.
Dan, in terms of this new ransom note that was sent to TMZ that does not talk about proof of life, it doesn't necessarily ask for $6 million. It's asking for around $63,000 for the name of Nancy Guthrie's abductor. Based on your experience as a hostage negotiator, what does that mean to you, if anything?
Well, this goes to the theory I've had almost from the beginning, that who's ever sending these notes may not be directly connected to this. This could be a throw off. And again, the guy sending the ransom, if it's the same guy, they were asking for a ransom for, Nancy Guthrie, 5 days ago, and then the 4 million or the 1 million, then the 6. And now a day or two later, they're saying, "Oh, we'll give up the guy who kidnapped her for 1 Bitcoin." It goes against the logic. And again, that's why I've never thought this was a KNR, kidnap for ransom scenario, because they violate every rule. So again, I believe that these notes have been more to distract the investigation, send the agents off. I mean, these guys are these men and women of the FBI and local law enforcement, they're overturning virtually every stone. This grid pattern search to go find that glove. Let's pray that glove is connected to the abduction. But I don't put a lot of weight in these notes, and the fact, again, it went to TMZ, a tabloid network that was meant to be out to the world. And I just think, law enforcement, the last thing you want is having the media be getting in your knickers when you're trying to do an investigation. And that's why I think these notes have been a distraction. And I don't necessarily think that whoever is sending them are connected directly, maybe indirectly, but not a direct connection to the kidnapping ring, if you will. I think it's more red herrings, if you will.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.